Krista and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a fall layout for you, and I'm going to be using these papers from two paper pads that I purchased at, I believe it was Michael's. It's Craft Smart and Recollections, and I'm going to be using that square punch, and I'm going to be using all these embellishments. So the leaves, paper leaves, wood veneer leaves, pumpkins, and this really cool stuff that I just purchased and I am absolutely loving. It's called Cosmic Shimmer Gliding Flakes. So first, these are the papers that I'm going to be using, like I said, and I'm going to be cutting some squares out like that, and then I'm going to use my die cuts and cut a little bit bigger square out to go around those littler squares. And these are the pictures I'm using. They're all my kids. They were 3 years ago. They had their pictures taken. They were a fall photo shoot at school. And these are the papers that I'm going to be using to back their photos. And the sheet that you see there in the left-hand corner is the my background sheet. So that is the sheet that I am going to be putting everything on top of. But first, I'm going to back my photos. So these pictures are really cute. The scenery in the background looked like leaves changing colors, and then they had a little wagon with the little pumpkins on it, and they were dressed up like fall. The only one that didn't dress up like fall was my little 1-year-old. At the time, she was 1. Now she's 4. Because she loved Minnie Mouse, and she wasn't having it. So she wanted to wear Minnie Mouse. But it's okay, because it ends up being okay in the photos. So I'm just trimming these down, and I'm going to distress the edges too once I get these all taped together. I back the photo with 3 sheets of paper, and I do this for each one, but I don't show you each one. I just show you 2 of them so you kind of get the idea of what I did here. It's not that hard. I just backed them and made each one a little bit bigger than the other. And then I went with this dark one as the last layer because I wanted to make sure I had some kind of way for it to pop up off the page and not blend in with the background that I was using. Because the background I'm using is a very light wood color background, and it's really very pretty. And it just looks like it's stained wood. So that's kind of how the photos are going to go. And now I'm going to do it with my next photo of my daughter. And I just show you a couple of these. And I just absolutely love the way this layout turned out. It was absolutely awesome. And I really think I'm going to frame this one because it just turned out great. And I just fell in love with it. And I decided to do a grid style. And I really like the way the style came out because I had so many photos. I had to figure out a way where they weren't crashing into each other. So I figured the grid was the best way to go as far as the photos were and the sizes that they were. So I kind of just wanted to do a grid. And so that's what I did. So there they are. And that's what it's going to look like. Now, I'm distressing these little squares too with my distressor because I want to make sure they pop off the page, give it a little interest, and yeah. So, and then I'm going to go on with a bunch of embellishments, leaves, pumpkins, all different kinds that I had bought and I've been putting aside as I've bought them here and there. As they've been on sale, I've been picking them up. So I'm kind of using these 4 extra squares to make my grid. And I'm telling you, I just love the way this turned out. I'm sorry, I can't stop saying it. But I used some wood veneers on this. I used some stickers. I used some leaves from Prima and some flowers from Prima and some button pumpkins and some, trying to think what else I used. Oh, and I also used some chipboard. I only used 1 chipboard though. I ended up only using 1. I thought about other ones, but I also go in with these acorns and these little pumpkins that you see. And I got those at Hobby Lobby when they were 40% off. And I also got those little leaves there that you see with the button on them. I got those at Hobby Lobby also. And I also got these at Hobby Lobby too. Everything was 50% off or 40% off. And then I got those at Dollar Store, but I don't end up using the wood pumpkins. But I do use these wood leaves that are all painted, and I just absolutely love, love, love them. So now I'm just kind of going around, seeing what I got, trying to see how I want to, what I want to put in these little squares, how I want to dress them up, and kind of make my own embellishments with them. So I keep messing around with these. They're going to get moved several times. I just couldn't decide how I wanted them. I do decide to use those pumpkins, though, right there. They're like foil pumpkin stickers, and they're really cool. So, oh, and I do use this chipboard too, which says leaves, and I will pull in another one that says colorful, and I'm going to kind of put them together where it says colorful leaves. Yeah, and I do use the corn stalk. I do use that, and I just kind of keep messing around until I, the way I want it, the way I like it, and the way I think it looks all right. And, yeah, see, like the leaves, I just keep moving them around. I don't know what I'm doing. I just keep messing with them. And finally, I decide on a place for them, and that's where they'll end up staying. But this little pumpkin, I wanted it there because I have my tiniest little girl in the middle there, my little Shay Shay. And she was only one in this picture, and I wanted to put her in the center because she's the smallest one. And then I kind of threw in some of these blue leaves with that blue, kind of bluish tinted background on the bottom there in that square, because my one daughter had on, it was like blue with flowers and white, and then she had these little capri pants on with sandals, and you can't see, but in her shirt there was yellow little sunflowers. So I kind of want to incorporated that blue in there, and that's how I did that. So as you see, I'm still just moving stuff around, but that happy fall, that's where it's going to go. Now I'm deciding what I want to put behind the happy fall, because I just didn't want it plain like that. So I wanted to do something with it. But first I'm going to, of course, back my photos with some craft foam to pop them up off the page. And I do pop everything up off the page, the little squares and my photos. And I was having such a horrible time with my tape gun when I was doing this. I don't know. And then it ended up breaking, and it's a good thing I just bought another one, because the other tape ran and like broke, and I don't know what happened, but anyway. Yeah, so I was having trouble with that. And now I'm just going in and seeing what else I can add. I did add that sticker that says falling leaves, and that's really all the stickers I used, was the corn and that one there that says falling leaves. And now I'm still trying to figure out what else I want to do. And then I see my Prima leaves there, and I said, you know what, I'm going to use those. And I end up using them to back that happy fall. And I thought I was going to use this little acorn chipboard. It ends up not being used. I didn't end up using the sunflower. I didn't end up using the little gate with the bird on it. I just didn't like the way it looked with it, and I just didn't feel like it fit. So that ends up coming off the page, and I'll just end up using it on another layout, because we do plan on going to the pumpkin farm, so I'm sure that I can use it in those pictures one way or another. So now I'm just kind of like gathering these leaves, and I'm kind of making like a little wreath around it, and around this happy fall saying, and that's going to be my title, of course. And I end up gluing all those together and then gluing that on top like that. And I really love the way that looks. See? And I didn't bore you with it gluing it and everything, because I figured you really didn't want to see that. So now I come in with some Prima flowers, and I end up using the Prima flowers on the 4 girl photos. And I kind of pulled in the colors that they were wearing in the photos. And then my son, I put that little leaf that was like that burgundy color, because that's what he had in his shirt. He had the burgundy and black. And then I threw in the little blue flowers for my little daughter on the bottom there with her blue shirt. And then the black and white for my daughter in the middle with the Minnie Mouse on. And then these color flowers were the perfect flowers to match my other two daughters. So I ended up putting those in the corner. I just felt like the photos needed a little something, so I decided to stick those flowers in, and I really like the way they looked. So I'm just gluing those together, and then I'm going to end up pulling them up on those little pop dots you see, foam dots that you see there. And I'll stick those down next. First, I'm just gluing them together. In the middle of two of my flowers, I did pull in enamel dots that kind of matched. I pulled in a off-white one on the black, and then a dark navy blue one on the blue flowers. And now I'm just going to start gluing everything down, sticking everything down. See, now that's where I put that colorful chipboard with the leaves. I thought that went perfect there. I liked it because there were colorful leaves in that little square. And I do end up pulling in another acorn, and I end up putting it on the left-hand little square in the middle-ish. And the little pumpkins, now I'm just going to glue everything down. And that's pretty much it for that. And then you're going to see me come in with some these other little tiny fall leaves that I bought at Hobby Lobby also. And they are so pretty, and they're crinkled up, and they just really look like leaves. They're so realistic, and I absolutely love them. And I kind of just have them scattered around in different spots, so it looks like the leaves are falling. And it really brings a lot of interest to the picture. And then I'm going to put this little brad in of this pumpkin down here that I had. And that goes there. And there's my one little acorn. And I do come in with another one for that other square. And I'm just gluing down this little feather. And like leaf. These leaves like went perfect with all of this background. They were just absolutely perfect. And everything I basically got Hobby Lobby and Michael's. The papers were from Michael's. Basically almost all the embellishments I got at Hobby Lobby, or the chipboard I actually got it Tuesday morning. But all their fall stuff is on sale, so. And I think when I got it was 40% off, but now I believe it's 50%. It might even be down even more now, I don't even know, because I haven't been there in a few days. But yeah, check it out, because the stuff was really, really cheap. So now I'm going to get this last flower down here. And, oh, I had to glue that leaf too. And this really, really was fun to make. I loved doing this with the pictures. I thought it was perfect because I had so many. And now these are the leaves I was telling you about. They're kind of crinkly, and I wanted them to look like they were falling. So some I put straight up, and some I put like they were falling down. And they just made the layout because they just looked like they were just laying there. And it just, so pretty. I just love fall, and I really miss it being here in Florida, because really don't get fall here like we did up north, and that was my favorite time of year, so I do miss it very much. But I don't miss the snow. So that I don't miss, but I do miss the fall. I miss the changing of the leaves and the cool crisp air and everything looking so pretty outside. But then when it hits winter, then I'm pretty much done. So I'm just popping up these leaves so they kind of, you know, pop up off the page and make it look a little interesting. And then once I do this, you're going to see me go in with my clear glue pen. And I'm going to just do some glue in all different spots and then let it dry a little bit so that it's just tacky. And that's when I go in with the Cosmic Shimmer Gliding Flakes. And this is an autumn one, and I will link it down below where I got it from in case you're interested in trying it. It's an autumn glitter flakes and gliding flakes, sorry. And they are just awesome. And I did buy ones for Christmas, which are snowflake gliding ones, and they're really pretty too. And those should be coming in soon. And I got them on Amazon, and they're really cheap. I believe I only spent, I can't remember if it was $6, $7, or $8. I can't remember, I'm sorry. But I will link it below so that you know. But see how I put the glue in different spots? It's just clear glue. And it was from my glue pens that I bought at the store. It's just the Aleene's clear gel tacky glue. And now I'm just going to go, and my little daughter got in there and she blew and they went flying everywhere. Because these are very, very, like, messy. But as long as you got the glue and you press them down, it's fine. And it gave the page so much interest. It made it look so, so pretty. I just can't say enough about this glittery goodness. That's all I can think. It's just glittery goodness. And it sticks really well with the clear glue, and it was just awesome. And I just let the glue dry a little bit, and I did with my heat gun too. And then I just stuck it on top, and it was perfect. And you just only need a tiny bit. So like this stuff is going to last me forever. So, because it's a pretty big jar, as you could see. So I'm hoping to use it on a couple more layouts because I really love how this came out on the page. And I know Nuvo has these too, and I've never used those, but I did get these ones and I really like them. And I might try the Nuvo because I actually bought some Nuvo drops and I'm getting addicted to Nuvo now, and I'm probably going to be using those on my layouts too. I'm still waiting for some colors to come in yet before I use them up. So yeah, so I put some more on top, and I'm just trying to get these little ones that blew out of the jar for my daughter. And I'm trying to pick those up and put them on too. And I just put it here and there where I thought I wanted them. I mean, it really didn't matter. It just reminded me of little gold flakes, like the edible gold flakes. That's what it reminds me of. Only it's not edible, of course. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of. But that's really it. That's all I did. And it's done. And I just put it aside and let it all dry. And there it is. So I hope you like it. I really love the way it turned out. And I want to thank everyone for watching. And here come your close-ups. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And don't forget to hit the bell so that you get notified every time I have a new layout. And I will see you all again soon. See how pretty it is? It's so pretty. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay crafty. Bye.